Well, a new study shows the ANC remains in pole position among South African voters. That's despite factional and policy disagreements within the governing party. We are now joined by Dr. Koma from the Milpark Business School. Dr. Koma, thank you so much for joining us. So this comes out of Ipsos, right? Last year, Ipsos had a poll around September where they were saying that the ANC was not doing so greatly. In fact, in a number of provinces, including Gauteng, they were polling the ANC under 50%. Now Ipsos tells us the ANC, if an election were to be held tomorrow, about 60% of the people they spoke to would vote for the ANC. What has happened here?
Yeah, firstly, let me start by saying it is important for all the political parties to take this outcome of Ipsos study very serious. Because in 2016 local government elections, they did a similar study and they made predictions to say 4 metros will be hung, metros, in terms of looking at the city of Tshwane, the city of Johannesburg, the city of Ekurhuleni, and the Nelson Mandela Bay. So it is important for all the parties to take the outcome of this particular study serious. But what it means for the ANC is that it appears the election of a new leadership that took place in the Nasrec conference led by Cyril Ramaphosa seems to be resonating very well with a number of potential voters. So if I were Cyril Ramaphosa today, I would be comfortably fine with this particular outcome. It means in simple terms, I've set the right tone in terms of recovering the economy and also addressing some of the governance challenges that have faced some of these SOEs, putting new boards, making interventions at SARS, and also making interventions in some of the state security agencies. So it is a good start for him, but challenge lies ahead.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you say that because, I mean, much of it in your explanation seems to be sentiment that people feel that the right kind of moves are being made by the ANC with Cyril Ramaphosa at the helm. But sentiment is one thing, lived reality is another, and there's still a long way to 2019 with all these difficulties that we've been experiencing. Can this Ramaphosa dividend that the ANC seems to be benefiting from wane before a critical time? In other words, are they peaking too soon?
It is a very serious challenge for the president in the sense that the economy will have to grow substantially to create a sizable number of jobs, grow the economy by acceptable GDP levels, significantly reduce the poverty levels, and also make sure that young people are able to get meaningful job opportunities. And also, we need to see some tangible actions in the number of investigations that are currently on in some of the state-owned enterprises and also the establishment of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture. We'll have to see perpetrators prosecuted and sentenced. That will change the sentiment, but it will also allow the ANC to consolidate on their lead, to say, yes, there was a sentiment, there was a tone, and this direction set by the president. But guys, these are the tangible results. We've grown the economy by a certain percentage. People are in employment opportunities. We've reduced job cuts. We have grown some sectors of the economy.
Something to sell to the electorate around election time. Now, quickly talk to me about the picture of this poll in as far as it affects opposition parties. It paints a bleak picture. I mean, you know, the people that they polled, of course, is a sample randomly chosen, about 3,000. About 13% of those people gave the nod for the DA and about 7% for the EFF. Surely Ipsos has it wrong there?
In fact, if I were the EFF, I would be happy today, because in 2014, I obtained 6.2%. It appears that what we're doing within these 5 years of our existence seems to be resonating with some potential voters. But for the DA, I should be worried. I'm sitting at 13%. What has happened? It means intra-party squabbles might have affected this, but also where I'm governing in these metros, it means I need to start checking up some of these development projects to affect the ordinary people on the ground, have these employment opportunities, have these poverty alleviation programs and projects being successfully implemented. Because I'm in charge of the metros, city of Tshwane, the city of Johannesburg, the Nelson Mandela Bay, and also Cape Town,
right,
and
thank
the
you so
province.
much.